Okay, so let's look at this paper, this mock exam paper. We are at question 20 now. First thing you need to do, of course, is to tell me, okay, what is the topic or the concept that's tested. It can be topic, it can be subtopic, it can be a certain concept, it can be a skill. Okay, so let me know what you think. Andre, your picture looks a little bit weird. Thank you. Right, let me see your input. Right, so yes, a lot of people are telling me heat transfer, very good. Okay, so this is about heat transfer, right? So under heat, of course, you learn more things than that. You also need to know what are actually the conductors of heat, etc. Correct. Good. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for this participation. Yeah, correct. A lot of people also nervous for PSLE. Good for you. Nervous is not a bad thing. Nervous also mean that you will push yourself to put in more effort. Okay, that I am quite sure. So for this particular question, there's a metal rod put into a container of cold water. After some time, his hands felt cold when he touched the rod. So what is this about? Which one actually serves to explain the observation? Nabil, no, cannot. I'm going to talk to you. So which one explains this? Let me look at your answer as well. Very good. Majority of you put down C. A couple of you did not. Okay. Now, the common problem over here, I also see it happening to some of you. Right? Okay, but some of you already changed your answer, which is good because you all entered the second time, right? But still there are some who put in the same wrong answer. Now, some of you actually put in A, majority put C, one person put D. Don't ask me who, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, but majority actually put in C. C is the correct answer. Okay, but let's look at the other options, okay? So for those people who put in A, can we look at A? The rod lost heat to the water and also to his hand. Okay, the rod actually lost heat to the water and to his hand. Can somebody volunteer to explain this? Can somebody volunteer to explain this? Those of you who put C, you can volunteer. Those of you who put A, you can also volunteer. It's fine. All right, it's fine that you, either of you explain your point of view. Yes, Joshua.
Yeah.
Joshua, you put out your hand, right? Come, share with us. Why do you think that the answer is C?
Well, the answer is C is first because heat transfers from a hotter place to a colder place.
Good.
Until the temperature in both places reach the same.
Okay, good. Yeah, I like how you're explaining. But of course, when you're writing on paper, this is not the way you write, isn't it? Okay, so he is right. Heat is always going to be flowing from a hotter region to a cooler region. Yes or no? All of you agree, right? So in this case, think about it. This rod, okay, is placed into cold water. So you need to compare, okay, the rod as well as the water, which is warmer, which is colder. So we know that the rod is at room temperature, isn't it? Yes or no? The cold water is colder. When you are talking about cold water, it is definitely below room temperature. So of course, the rod will then be the warm region, okay, and this is cold. So it is correct to say that the rod lost heat to the water because heat travels from hotter place to a colder place. This is right. Then this part here, to his hand. So you're saying that the rod actually lost heat to his hand. So now you're comparing the hand. This is Hugo's hand, right? Okay, Hugo's hand, do you think is warm or is it cold? Joshua, continue. Do you think it's warm or is it cold? I didn't hear him. Yancy? How about you, Yancy?
Yeah, I think I've accidentally muted my mic.
Okay, so what is it?
Oh, the hand will definitely be hot. The hand will definitely be warm.
Warm. Okay, so which is warmer? Hand or the rod?
Hand.
Okay, so because body temperature is around 36, 37 degrees Celsius, isn't it? Okay, and then room temperature is always assumed to be 25 degrees Celsius. Room temperature. Okay, even in secondary school, right? When you are taking your exam, whenever they talk about room temperature, is always 25 degrees Celsius. And this is 36 to 37. If you don't know, maybe you want to write this down. So this is the part that is wrong. So those of you who put down A, I hope you understand now. Can you all copy it down? For those who got it wrong, write it down. Okay, so heat should be moving from his hand to the water or even to the rod. Okay, so that's why see, the rod lost heat to the water, okay, gain heat from his hand. His hand actually lost heat to the rod. So that's why this is the correct answer. All right, and those of you, I think one person put down D. I hope you understand now. Okay, let's go on. Is it okay if I go on? 21. Let's look at 21. What can you say about this topic? What is the topic that's tested here? You can write down the concept, okay? Someone mentioned states of matter. What else? Okay, who else wants to put it in? Nabil, you don't know the name. What do you mean? Okay. All right, so Nabil says it's about the changes of state. Okay, so it involves like melting, boiling, something like that. So he said it's like something melts, freezes, or boils. Yes, correct. So we are talking about boiling point. We are talking about melting point. You understand about this portion when water either freezes or solid water, which is ice, melts, etc. How many of you are clear of this? It's important that you tell me. Clear of how this happens? Yes or no? Yes, good. Okay, Cass, are you okay with this part? Can, good. All right. So you look at this one, they are telling you properties of a substance at different temperature at 0, at 100, 150, 250. So when it is at this particular temperature, okay, it has a fixed volume, it has a fixed shape. What kind of state do you think this is in? What kind of state? Talking about this too. Good. Okay, so we have solid state. What about the next one? At 100 degrees Celsius, fixed shape, fixed volume, solid also. Good. What about the next one? 150. It has a fixed volume, but no fixed shape. Yeah. Okay, so you can actually include a column to write down the state. How about 250 degrees Celsius? Thank you, Andre. Okay, you're fast, huh? Okay, so this is in gaseous state. So after knowing this, let's look at the question here. Which of the following statements about the substance are definitely true? It is water. Do you think it is water? Agree, disagree? You can shake your head or you can nod your head. That's easier. No, huh? Okay. Quite a number of you actually says no, 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 no. Why is it not water? Why is it not water? The more you respond, the better you will actually understand this. Okay, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I see quite a number of responses. Okay, I have responses saying the table does not provide any information about the substance being water or any specific substance. But they provide certain information, right? Like temperature and the states. So Galen also says something, no fixed volume at one point. Okay, but it has fixed volume at other points also, right? Okay, and then I saw someone say water. Okay, Hakima is the one who said water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then who else said the same thing? Sharia also says that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Nabil also say that. Okay, Nabil say 0 and 100 degrees. Okay, this substance actually have got fixed shape. So he's trying to remind us something. At 0 and 100, still having fixed shape, you know. So can it be water? Yancy say water is a gas at 100 degrees Celsius. Correct, it's true. So already this part here, tells us that this is definitely not water. Clear? Okay, you must be careful of how you're explaining. Okay, why am I always making use of MCQ to ask you so many types of questions? Then I ask you to explain, right? Do you know all of this can be converted into structured question, or shall I say open-ended question? And they will ask you, write down your explanation, explain your answer for part A. So part A, you put down your answer already, right? They will ask you to explain. Okay, if you cannot explain properly, you lose the marks. So I'm reading all your responses here. So who will be getting marks for this answer you have put down? Yancy will be getting it. Okay, Pranati also mentioned water has a boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius, but the information here doesn't show that, this is water. Yeah, because of the state, right? Pranati, you're trying to talk about the state, right? Also include that. Okay, Nabil also wrote something. Okay, good. Right, and then Sharia is good. You whatever you have written down, right? Sharia. Okay, you say water boils at 100. Then its state should be a gas at that temperature. It will be even better. Hakim also wrote this. Okay, good. So when you are answering questions like this, I also know what you are thinking. So how come I can spend so much time in MCQ is because I'm trying to elicit responses from you. The more you respond, the better you become. Okay, Andre, you must try to respond as well. Okay, Andre? Yeah? You're very comfortable there? It's good. Okay, when you are relaxed, your brain also can work very well, but not overly relaxed. It melts at 150 degrees Celsius. Would you agree? Would you agree that it melts at 150 degrees Celsius? Yes or no? Did the information tell us that? So let's look at 150 degrees Celsius. You say that this is liquid state, right? So from solid, it has become liquid. But do you think this is the temperature where it melts? Someone tell me. Yancy says no. Who else says no? Heidi also says no. Who else? Andre, what do you think? Sharia says it could have melted even earlier. True. Before it reached 150, right, Andre? What do you think, Andre? Can it be 149? Possible. Can it be 148? Possible also. Right now. Good. Okay, so this is not true. So when you write reasons,